You are most welcome to the Volcanoes National Park. The Volcanoes National Park is one of the 3 national parks that share the Virunga Massif. There is Virunga National Park in the DR Congo, and then there's Gahinga National Park in Uganda. Our focus is on Volcanoes National Park today. To be able to visit the Volcanoes National Park, you have to be of eligible age, 15 years and above. You have to have a valid gorilla permit. Short notice transferable gorilla permits, not acceptable. Gorilla permits have to be booked ahead of time, fully paid at least a month ahead of time is the standard time, a month before the date of visit, fully confirmed and paid. At the Volcanoes National Park, we have 20 mountain gorilla families that are habituated. 12 of them are what are designated for regular gorilla trekking visitors, and 8 of them are designated for the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund researchers to continue doing the research work, but also as a token of appreciation for the work of the Dian Fossey herself in the 60s and 70s towards gorilla conservation. Mountain gorilla trekking requires a valid PCR test that is updated at least between 24 hours. Mountain gorilla trekking is broken down into 3 different trekking activities or categories depending on the fitness of the guest. We have easy gorilla trekking, which is usually left for senior citizens, people with mobility issues, people with sensitive altitude issues, and then we have medium treks, which are for fair people who can afford to do an average hike of about 4 or 5 hours. And then you have the hard hikes, which are usually hikes that take about from 5 to 7 hours or so, and even longer. We do have porters. About 80% of the men that are porters today used to be poachers, and it's a cooperative that started because poaching was very strict. The anti-poaching policies and mechanisms are very strict, but also because they want to earn a daily living, because they used to poach in the forest for bushmeat, for duikers and the likes, things that they could get meat from, but gorillas would end up being victims to the traps. So taking a porter is supporting the community, but also the porters are very helpful on treks, especially if you have mobility issues or you're a senior citizen or something like that. They are very, very helpful. They carry your bag, but they can also, if needs be, stretcher you into your gorilla trek and out if needs be. Volcanoes National Park, the altitude is fairly high. Usually the treks are anywhere between 1,800 and maybe 2,000 or 2,100 meters above sea level. So altitude is a bit of a challenge sometimes, but also the steepness and all that, because all of the treks are usually on the slopes of the volcanoes, all the volcanoes. That's where the gorillas are. They are on the edges of the slopes of the volcanoes.